Mancuso was just 7 years old when police say she was murdered by her biological father, who then took his own life. Her mother says the little girl should have never been allowed to be left alone with him. Tonight, she's fighting to change the law to save other children from the very same fate.
Friday night, Rick and Monica are off. I'm Alicia Vitarelli along with Shari Williams. The big story on Action News tonight, that fight for new legislation to protect children from violent parents during custody battles. In
Kayden Mancuso's case, the judge allowed her biological father unsupervised visits despite his criminal history and warning from experts. Action News reporter John Rollins live now in Harrisburg, and John, Kayden's mother and family are leading this charge.
They are. They want change to the system, they say. They want amendments in the existing law. They met with the governor today to further that issue. They also say they are preparing a formal complaint against the judge who oversaw the custody dispute between the mother and father of little Kayden Mancuso, who later was murdered.
She was kind, she was caring, she was fun, she was witty, she was athletic, she was sassy.
Kayden Mancuso was murdered by her biological father while visiting his house in Manayunk August 6th. Her mother and stepfather want the Bucks County judge who allowed Kayden's father, Jeffrey Mancuso, unsupervised visitation, despite a history of criminal violence, removed from the bench.
He needs to be accountable for what happened.
Removed, they say, because he ignored a court expert's report that Kayden's father should not be allowed unsupervised visitation until he had undergone treatment.
It said he needed a psychiatric evaluation, and then it said he needed to be under the direct supervision of a mental health professional.
But that was not in the judge's order.
He doesn't mention it, you're right. He completely leaves it out.
Kayden's family met with the governor today about changes in state law they'd like to see. In disputed cases like Kayden's, they say a child should have a court-appointed advocate.
In the courtroom, during the trials, to protect the child's rights.
They also want an emergency custody clause. Kayden's mom says in July, Jeffrey Mancuso, in a rage, told his daughter he hated her. Fearing Kayden could be harmed, Kathy Sherlock wanted to report it to the court, but was told it would take 6 to 12 weeks to see a judge.
Some sort of temporary custody, emergency custody within 24, 48 hours if something happens with the other side having a violent and mentally ill history.
Well, the family would also like to see additional training in family law for judges who deal with custody issues. Should these changes occur and become law, some say the amended measure should be dubbed Kayden's Law.